OBX. I'm Sue Arts with OBX Entertainment and OBXE TV, and we are here at Hatteras Watersports, and we're about to have some awesome adventures. Kathy Pettit. She is the owner of Hatteras Watersports. So tell us a little about your family business. Like, how long have you guys been established?
1987 is when my husband started it. He had this wild whim to have a little gray box, and off to the side he had two stand-up jet skis, and him and his friend was like, come on, let's rent them. And we're like, okay. So they did. And then after that, he kind of built up from there, and he just decided to keep on going. And so over the years, we went from jet skis, we added kayaks, we did parasailing for a while, and then we have sailboats, and now we have stand-up paddleboards. So
that's awesome. And now you guys, all these years later, you have 3 kids of your own. So do they help out at all with the family business?
Gabrielle, when she was younger, yeah. And then when she got older, she has her own job, which is fine. And Joshua, he just likes to play in the water. And Olivia, she's constantly wanting to help and push buttons. She loves to push buttons. So.
Nice.
So she helps out.
So what time of year do you open?
So typically we'll open sometime in May. If it's warm enough, we'll open in April. And then we usually close sometime mid-October, but if it's warm enough, we've stayed open through mid-November.
Yeah, I've noticed. I feel like the seasons are shifting around here because November is actually a really awesome time of year. It's still warm.
And then it could be cold. So
yeah,
it just depends.
You just never know.
Like this year, our June was like our August. It was super, super, super hot. And the water, when you go kayaking and stuff and stand-up paddleboard, it was not as clear as it normally is. And
right.
in August, it's hot, but it's not as hot as it normally is, and our water cleared up, and it's beautiful. And you can crystal clear. You can see stingrays and different other things when you're on the paddleboard or the kayak.
Nice, and that would kind of help people like me to stay on top of the paddleboard.
Right.
If there's stingrays and stuff, I'm like, I'm not falling.
It won't hurt you.
Nice. So, so how did you discover that this is what you wanted to do? Did you guys talk about it for a few years before you started it in the 80s?
For him, I didn't know him until 1994.
Okay.
So I married into it.
Okay.
But before, I think it was just something him and his friend, they always had the fun toys, I guess, and sailboats, and that's just what they like to do. And he was a windsurfer, so anything on the water he wanted to do. So when this came around, they just had the weirdest idea because there was nothing on the island at that time.
Right.
They were actually the first water sports to actually start a jet ski.
Wow, that's pretty awesome because now there's definitely other ones for lots of choices here on Hatteras Island.
Right. So he went from stand-up jet skis, and then he went to, and we always use Yamaha, and so he went down to the sit-down. It was 500 cc's, which are very fast now, but then they went to 650s, then the 700s, and now we're down to the 4-stroke models, the larger of the Yamahas.
Awesome. So if people want to check you guys out, you have the jet skis, and should they just like walk in the day of, or should they make reservations?
Everything we have is first come, first serve. We do take reservations for 6 jet skis or more. We have 8 total, and we usually do that right at 9:30, 10 o'clock. After that, it's pretty much first come, first serve.
Nice, nice. And how many paddleboards do you have now?
I think we have about 13 or 14.
Wow.
And the kayaks, we have about 13 or 14 tandems and about the same in singles.
Cool, cool. So if you're a person like me who's never done any of this stuff before, what would you recommend if I was just to walk in here and
It doesn't matter. We can give you a lesson on either one of them. We'll do paddleboard lessons. Really, it's easy. We just probably wouldn't recommend a really windy day for that, or the kayaks. But overall, it's really shallow. It's easy to learn to do. And then the jet skis are good in pretty much any kind of weather. And if you haven't driven them before, we go over what to expect, what not to do, or what to do, what's the best way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So the sound out here, and that's the Pamlico sound. Mm-hmm. So that it's not super deep, so it's different than the ocean, right?
Right. So when you're kayaking, paddleboarding, you're kind of close to shore to go into some of the creeks that are north of us, or if you go south, about 20 minutes paddle, you can get to the Salvo day use area, and then everything past that is wildlife refuge creeks, which are great to go in. But you're looking at, knee deep, thigh deep.
That's safe.
And then for the jet skis, you go out and the riding area is probably waist deep to maybe chest deep, depending on the water level.
Yeah, so just not over your head.
It's nothing will be over your head. Nice. And then we also do have the sailboats. The sailboats are the only thing that we rent that you have to have experience on.
Okay, I can understand that.
And they're the Hobie Wave, so they just have the one main sail. They don't have a boom or a jib like a regular true Hobie has. But it is a catamaran with a sail, so it's more user-friendly.
Nice, nice. So if you're going to come here and get a jet ski, it's just on the sound, or do you let people go in the ocean at all?
No, it's just on the sound. It's actually against the law to launch or beach on Park Service property.
Aha, yes, it's very important because they do have specific rules down here on the National Seashore. Nice. So, what if someone like me, again, was to go out there and, is there any chance of somebody getting stuck, or do they have, the red flag? Yeah. Where you'd be like, come help me.
No, for the most part, when somebody needs help or something's gone wrong, they can just kind of stand up and they do this kind of motion, because we're always kind of watching out there, and we'll go to them to see. Yesterday we had actually a jet ski that wouldn't start, but they forgot that they had to put the safety clip in.
Safety clip.
So it doesn't start or do anything unless you put the safety clip in.
Nice. I'll have to remember that. Awesome. So with the jet skis, is there a specific age that somebody has to be in order to drive one?
Yes. 5 and up can ride. It's really by size because they have to stay behind you. They can't be in front of you. To drive, you have to be 16 or over, and you have to have some form of ID to show your age.
How was it?
Awesome. We went 30 miles per hour.
Nice. Hey everyone, I'm Sue Arts. I'm in the awesome holding area, awaiting my paddleboard journey. Make sure you stay tuned and check it out. It's sure to be awesome and probably. everybody. We had a great time at Hatteras Watersports. Make sure if you're down here on Hatteras Island, you check them out. The original water sports rental. You'll have an awesome time just like we did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.